Good motherfucking morning.
Hello.
Base. Hello. Good motherfucking morning, ladies. How are we all doing today on this most beautiful of what is it? Saturday morning. Waking up. Gotta be fresh. Gotta go downstairs. I gotta have my bowl. Gotta have Sibillon. Gucci, nice. Very nice, very nice. Good overall. I mean, Saturday is probably the best day of the week, yeah? Especially for wage cooks. Friday's like, oh, finally the work week is over, but you already wasted half the day working, you know? So I think a Saturday is just the best. Simply the best. Forsen, my car got stuck in the snow. Forsen laughing at you, driver's license users. Imagine having a driver's license in Sweden.
I hate all nut developers, and I'm not afraid to say,
scraping the snow,
juicy.
The frost, yes.
Cocks hitting my face makes me smile. I like being showered with milk. Yummy horsey.
Yummy horsey.
Keep going.
Okay. Alright, we don't work Fridays here. It's my favorite day of the week. Well, I mean, people barely work Fridays over here in Sweden. They like go home at like 1:30 or some shit, man. I don't know. Kev. I guess someone.
Incoming call from a black alien.
A black alien. Alright, I guess I'll accept all charges.
Hello, Forsen. Forsen, I am from Mars. Forsen, please come to Mars. Forsen, please. And become our overlord. Please, Forsen.
Come to Mars. Yeah, I mean, eventually, put your faith in the Musk. A wise man once told me. Potentially. XD, Ghost Recon XD, welcome back. We got Bubatko, 9 months, thank you. Donny Bye with the 3 years. 3 years. Look at that photograph, huh? Thank you, man. Enjoy the badge. Pew. And he says, 3 years, Mr. Forsen, get $1 million in Who Wants to Be 1 Millionaire? Will you? I will, definitely. Eventually. Not sure when, but surely soon. Surely soon. Wisp Mod, Enigmaden, and Nick. Thanks. Dynamite Stick for 3 months. Electronics with the gifted. Nice. Intercosmic. 70 months. Welcome back. Doha Sticky. Very sticky, very sticky. Sticky situation. Speaking of the situation, what is cool, fresh news, exciting in today of today's. Norwegian minister resigned after media discovered her master thesis was full of plagiarism. I mean, that's all the fucking master thesis is, honestly. You do like 3 interviews with some random fucking jerk-offs, right? And then the rest is just reports that you googled your way to. Like, here's your master thesis. Look at me, I'm a fucking doctor. Fucking scientist over here.
Play Armored Core 6, look at the reviews. Or is your reaction time that bad?
Armored Core 6, look at the reviews. Or is your reaction time that bad? I mean, there are other ways to test your reaction games, like catching a falling knife. You don't have to play shit tier games, right? Your point is invalid. I don't want to play no fucking mech game, man. Alright, looks like horse shit. Fuck you. Alright, let's check out the links and the horse shit.
July 2nd, 2005. A man enters Enumclaw Community Hospital with his incapacitated friend in tow. He quickly asks the staff to help his friend, then disappears before identifying himself. His friend is rushed to the emergency room, but it's too late. He's already dead before doctors could do anything to help him. According to the Enumclaw County Medical Examiner's Office, he died of acute peritonitis due to the perforation of the colon. The cause? Taking it up the ass from a horse. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Mr. Hands.
Hey Forsen, did you know that the San
This video is
Francisco
sponsored by
49ers have the #1 offense according to Dirk? They have a high-powered offense propelled by the last pick of the NFL draft by the name of Brock Purdy.
I did not know that, because I'm not a fucking normie.
That gets requested the most. And at first I had actually thought that I hadn't watched the original video. Then I looked it up and it all came back to me in an instant. From what I've seen, the uploads of it that are floating around online right now are edited. The audio is removed and the intro has been cut out. But I was able to find archived uploads of the original dating back as far as August of 2006. It begins with that classic Windows Movie Maker title animation, the kind that reminds me of those top 10 heaviest metalcore breakdown compilations. It reads, Zeta Mo Beta Productions presents Deep Thrusts, starring Mr. Hands and Super Stud the Wonder Horse. I can't play you the rest, obviously, but here's the play-by-play. The film opens with a nighttime shot of a man in a gray hoodie with his pants pulled down. He's bent over next to a horse. Another man, also dressed in a gray hoodie, pulls on the horse's front leg. After some pulling, the horse mounts the pantsless individual, and this move brings the horse's massive erection into the frame. With a little bit of a struggle, the other man guides the horsecock into his friend's ass. The horse is bracing itself, the guy's gasping, and then you get this sound that's like squishing your hand in a plastic bag full of macaroni. Also, the guy seems to have 3 spikes on his balls. Because of the low resolution, it's hard to tell if they're piercings or some kind of growths. The horse starts thrusting really hard and the guy makes these sounds that are like you're touching the walls in Doom looking for the secret, but there's no secret to be found. Then the horse busts, he withdraws from the guy's ass, and the other guy goes, "He came," with his voice of absolute wonderment. Then he reaches out and starts swatting at the horse dick like a cat playing with a toy mouse. The guy that got diddled goes, "Oh god," in a half-pained, half-pleasured voice. That's the end. The whole ordeal lasts about 42 seconds. And legend has it that this man died shortly after the video. So how did these guys find themselves in this predicament? In the before times, before the internet, you might have a guy here and there that was interested in hooking up with an animal. You know, like the archetypal sheep fucker of the Scottish countryside. But before the internet, most of these kinds of guys probably just went through life thinking that there is a specific thing messed up with only them. And with no outlet for their paraphilia, they basically just defaulted to living a normal life. But with the internet, all of a sudden these people start finding each other. Although very, very rarely would these people ever meet in real life for obvious reasons. But there's one exception. A little enclave of horsefuckers in Washington state. In fact, according to Charles Matutta, the writer of the documentary Zoo, this was the only real-life zoophilia club of this sort that him and his team were able to find. And of all the states in the US that this could possibly happen, Washington was a likely candidate. You see, this is because at the time, Washington was one of a handful of US states in which bestiality was legal. Although you might think, oh, this is because they hadn't had an incident yet to merit a law being made. In the case of Washington, there actually was a law, but it got repealed in 1976. Around this time, Washington was one of many states that was repealing their laws forbidding anal and oral sex. But in the case of Washington, the laws against bestiality were attached to these laws. So once these laws were repealed, bestiality effectively became legal. And thus, Washington state becomes the horsefucker's paradise. But even with the law set up in their favor, there were a few other states where you could do such a thing. But Washington had one thing that the other states didn't. A man named James Michael Tate. James Michael Tate lived in a trailer that was next to a farm that was the home to several horses. He was also involved in the online zoophile community. But unlike most of his peers, he was actually interested in cultivating a real-life group of people with this shared interest.
Alright, now you know. Oh wait, I have this again.
この永遠手に足を踏み入れてしまったんだから、もう生きては帰れないよ。人間はただでさえ寿命が短いのにね。ごめんご。永遠手の情報洗いざらい喋るから見逃して。は？内容次第だな。こりゃもうここでしか聞けない耳寄り情報。うさぎだけ。姫様はさ、不老不死の薬を飲んだのよ。それが月では罪だったみたいな。このくらいでもう十分かな。時間稼ぎ。やーい、引っかかった引っかかった。まあさっき喋ったことは嘘じゃないからね。
Something.
I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She's full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do. That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be like kind of like communistic?
Nah, that's nowhere near communist. Now, we just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
Can I get your name?
Really? Oh, my name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson,
That's my nigga.
Former candidate. I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor. Derek Gibson, look me up. Nigga, I live up to it too, boy. I can scrap too, but I can get down, boy. Not better, I can. I got a proven track record. You want to try me out? Try to take this shirt off. I'll give you some of it.
Well, you can always count on idiots standing in support of another idiot.
All
Alright guys, today we're going to be establishing exactly how long that Astolfo's bussy truly is. Alright, first things first, we need to establish exactly what a bussy is. Now, a lot of people like to define the bussy as being the rectum, or for those of you who don't know what that is, in more colloquial terms, the shitter. Now, your average shitter has a depth of about 10 to 15 centimeters, but ultimately describing the bussy inside of this way is a little bit of an arbitrary limitation, and thus that makes answering this a whole lot more difficult. Since the digestive system of human beings is essentially just one long tube, you could argue that the entire thing is in fact the bussy, at which point Astolfo's one would probably be close to around 30 feet long. But in practical terms, that doesn't even matter, because even the hardest jelker does not have a penis close to 30 feet long. But Astolfo isn't from the real world, he's from the Fate world, where just about anything goes. So I really would not be surprised if somebody's dick was their noble phantasm, allowing it to expand to an infinite length and then be used as a whip or a lasso or some shit. But assuming that this was the case, then your dick would just come out the other side of him, at which point we'd then have to claim that the bussy is actually infinite times long, at which point there would cease to be a tunnel guiding it. So at that point there's no guarantee that it is just going to follow the circumference of the earth, it can go in any number of directions, infinitely exploring the 3D space, at which point we then have to consider volume as well. Then the bussy stops becoming a thing of physicality that we can comprehend with our normal minds simply by observing it with our eyes. It goes down to the molecular level, while also consuming all space in the process. In that sense, it's similar to a black hole, pun notwithstanding, but it's very true. If it can take up every single space inside of the universe, then its mass must be infinite, causing his bussy to form a singularity, or at least it would, assuming that all this matter was actually within his body, but it's not. Astolfo's bussy existing around us at all moments in time is more of a matter of fact. In the end, the mass actually does not get redistributed. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have any metaphysical aspects to it, because really when you think about it, Astolfo's bussy has always existed and always will exist. It transcends time and physicality, because what it represents is not space, but rather the lack of space. Now, of course, technically there's always something inside of the air filling up the void, but when talking purely about solids that we can touch as human beings, that is the case. So in this sense, Astolfo's bussy really expands throughout the entire universe as a gas, which could actually potentially mean that it is affected by the gravity of the Earth, at which point his bussy would in fact not be able to surpass the atmosphere. Not to say that it hasn't traveled into space though, because astronauts would have taken it up there in their spaceships and in their spacesuits as a part of the air. It's also visited the deepest parts of the Earth in the Mariana Trench. And when you think about it, if it truly acts as a gas, then that means that we're all breathing in his bussy non-stop, which brings us to our conclusion, which is to say that Astolfo's bussy is not simply a place that can be contained within him. Its depth goes far beyond what we can even imagine. It transcends dimensions, it transcends time and also space. But most importantly, it transcends us as human beings, because it is inside of us. It is inside of me, and it is inside of you. Normally, we'd be inside of him, and in his bussy, which isn't really that gay. But sadly, since we now have another man inside of us, that actually does kind of make us gay. But perhaps more concerning is the fact that Astolfo's bussy is not simply limited to Astolfo himself, but rather, we are Astolfo's bussy.
I didn't know that.
The totally cis urge to click on a what to expect video about transitioning. Welcome and buckle in, because this is going to be a ride. Softening of the skin is self-explanatory. However, it does come with the side effect of your friends or yourself touching your face excessively. That, in line with decreased oils of the skin, will give you a more feminine glow. Decreased muscle mass will make jars your new rival. However, it does come with a more feminine frame, so that's a huge W. And if you're at all a masochist like I am, being domed by a jar is not that bad. You'll also experience thin and slow growth of body hair and facial hair. As well, although rare, you may see some spots no longer grow at all. Something that might be very important for you to hear is if male pattern baldness runs in your family, you have permission to now laugh at your father, because that will very likely not affect you. Body fat redistribution helps feminize your features even more, bringing fats to your face, your thighs, and away from the masculine areas in your body. If the first thing that came to your mind was you're gonna save lives with your thighs, then congratulations, you're a degenerate like me. Let's continue. Breast growth means breast tissue means mammary glands, which means yes, you can breastfeed a baby, or your boyfriend if that's what you're into, or your girlfriend. I don't really judge. You're also very unlikely to reproduce, so you might want to get a sperm bank to wing wingman for you.
I think
Naturally,
you
there are
skipped the
risks
first
associated,
two
but don't get
links,
that
Mr.
information from a
Force.
VTuber. Talk to medical
Okay.
professionals or look up reputable websites. But what about the mental side of things? Well, that's what I find most interesting. First, emotions are going to come in like a mule with nothing but the intention to beat the shit out of you. That said, the ability to feel emotions and actually cry is probably one of the most
You're not
liberating
wrong.
things about all of this.
Thanks,
In a
Zeke.
metaphorical sense, testosterone makes emotions
No
feel like
further
a black
links,
and
by
white
the way.
film, whereas
But yes,
estrogen
I
is
will
like
make
that,
this.
but a unicorn vomited colors literally everywhere. You do, however, adapt to this, making it a lot easier to manage down the road. With all of that said, I'm going to get into a timeline of before, during, and after. Before anything, and for those that don't know, to get your treatment, you have to go through a medical professional like a family doctor, that or a gender-affirming clinic. There is the third option of DIY, which I personally never recommend. However, if you're forced to take that option, try and get some doctor of some kind to at least oversee your chemical balances. At this point, it's day one, you have your titty skittles, and you've consulted those around you that you think will support you. Month one is packed with anxieties and excitement. You've taken a step in a new direction, literally leaving your old life behind. And if you're like me at this point, you swear to yourself you'll never become attracted to men. We'll come back to this later. Between month 1 and 2, you're peeling off these old layers and emotions are really starting to throttle you. Now, at this point, you might be a blubbering mess at almost anything. You might even go out of your way to exasperate the issue because crying feels a lot better than the numbness of dysphoria and testosterone over the many years. And by exasperating the issues, I mean going out of your way to watch sad shows, etc. You know, scarring yourself forever by watching Your Lie in April. Just a random example. Just kidding, that show is not sad at all. You should probably go watch it. You can trust me, I'm a VTuber. Month 3 comes, and oh dear lord, you're not a double D goth waifu yet. Now, you know the process takes 3 to 5 years, but you swore it was going to be instantaneous. The devastating reality hits you that this is going to take some time. Now, you might have seen some budding already. Regardless of all of that, you know for sure that on average, this is where people begin to bud. And if you don't begin to bud here, don't panic too much because these charts and these averages are very subjective to your genetics. So you might just be a bit of a late bloomer, okay? Don't panic. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more subjective. However, maybe you relate. At about month 6, you finish your job, you're filling up your truck, and you're about to drive home. And as you're driving home, you realize your eyes kind of dart towards this man's very muscular back. Fuck, we're attracted to men now. It's very subjective to people's experiences and their preferences, but ultimately, some people do find that their sexual preferences change during transition. I personally became very attracted to men, and I only dated men for quite some time. At about this time as well, it started to kind of do some funky things with my brain where I would look at some dudes and I'd be like, wow, I would love to have his babies. Then I'd have to remind myself that, yeah, we don't have the utility for that, but it's a great thought. Those thoughts kind of came like hiccups. Like, it wasn't me thinking that, it just kind of popped into my head naturally. I don't know, kind of like an instinct.
You learn your lesson, chat.
Air China 981, make the right turn here at Juliet, join Alpha, hold short of Mike Alpha.
Hey, right, Juliet, hold, well, taxi Alpha, hold in November. Now continue now, taxi now.
What?
Make the right turn here at Juliet, join Alpha, hold short of Mike Alpha, Air China 981.
Air China 981, right, join, right, Juliet, join Alpha, hold short in November.
Okay, I'll say it again, hold short of Mike Alpha, M-A, Mike Alpha, not November.
Okay, hold short of Mike Alpha 981.
Air China 981, have they cleared you into the ramp?
Roger, ramp to the ramp Air China 981.
Okay, they have cleared you into the ramp. Air China 981, ground. Air China 981, Kennedy ground.
981, go ahead.
Have you been cleared into the ramp?
Okay, cleared to the ramp.
No, that was a question. Have the ramp people cleared you into the gate?
Roger, to the gate, Air China 981.
I'll try it again. It's a question. Hold your position. This is a question. Interrogative. Have you been cleared into your gate?
Okay, well, hold here.
Okay, how about the question? Have they cleared you into the gate?
Tower, ground Air China 981, we are, gate number 3 is open. We are taxi to the November.
Air China 981, taxi to the ramp.
Roger, taxi to the ramp.
Oh my god. Reminds me of AZ one. but I don't know, man. I don't think they're real. Degeneracy.
Perhaps every day before now has for the most part been humdrum and inane. Your life a mundane, unvarying slog through unfulfilling jobs, shallow depression, and boring sex. Suddenly, today, everything changed.
Did you see an animal? Said they found paw prints. Like a dog? No. Also, you're fired.
Hi, my name is Dirk Gently. I'm a detective.
You don't look like a private detective.
Well, no private detective looks like a private detective. That's one of the first rules of private detection.
You're a detective who doesn't find clues. That sounds insane.
Ding dong. A missing girl, her murdered father.
It is strange of him.
Give me the dog, or kill her.
Give us the her, or we'll throw the dog off the bridge. I'm bluffing, but if he shoots her, throw the dog off the bridge.
That's a huge breakthrough, but it's possible we're going to die.
Somebody help me!
Not liking that one bit.
We can't murder him.
Why not?
I am not your Watson, asshole!
The universe will make you a part of this, whether you are complicit or not. You are now a vital part of the investigation.
No, I've actually seen a little bit of the show. Now I know which one you're talking about. Holistic Detective. But I don't think I've seen more than 2 episodes or some shit. But I did recognize it. Okay, I get it.
Rock does, and Clump's counted down. I mean, this is a... There! We watched the Shield 3 feet away from us walk out here and triple five.
Not scripted.
Good evening.
Asshole.
Thank you. Thank you. I bet yours is quite wide, isn't it?
Your mother.
Uh-huh. Yours is all stretched out.
The phone's ringing. Do we have a caller? All right, wonderful.
There's audio.
Hello?
Hello?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. What's your name?
My name is Bobby Valentino.
Hi, Bobby. How are you?
Can I make a move?
Of course you can, please.
I wanna move the biggest piece in your ass.
That's it, Bobby. I think we've heard enough from you.
First caller. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers.
Right, son.
Yes, I have been a Muslim for about 3 years now.
and you were talking about the differences between your right hand and your left hand before.
Right.
I feel that has been something very important in my life because I feel that's a pathway Allah sent me the message, because ever since I was a little boy, I would always say, for instance, with my right hand, I would eat my food, brush my teeth, and then with my left hand, I would jerk off and wipe my ass.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Harley riding because I love how it vibrates my testicles. And I like to jack off and masturbate for hours.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I was hoping you could help me out a little bit.
Absolutely.
Can you jerk me off?
I can do that. I can do that. You're on the Pro Wrestling Report.
Yeah, I have a question about WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
Did Mike Tyson get punched in the cock?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay, thanks.
No problem. You're on the Pro Wrestling Report.
I was watching and I thought he did get punched in the cock.
Well,
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello, Ken.
Yes.
I was wondering how you would think that it would be possible to regulate the sale of these guns, and wanted to know if you suck dick.
All right, well, in answer to your second question, no.
Islamic Talk Live, you on there?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Hey,
Are you a heckler?
no, on your shirt there, you missed a button.
Okay, let me button it up.
Hey, no.
Thank you. Hey, you okay? Go ahead.
Um,
Now, can you stay like that?
oh, sure. Hey, it looks a lot better. Unless
Okay,
you want to
thank
take
you.
them all off and show us your nipples.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, I see you got your chessboard working.
Right. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about chess. I used to play when I was younger, and my grandson recently I've been getting my grandson involved, and he's here. We'd like to make a chess move together.
Okay. Okay.
And my grandson, he plays chess a lot at school, and he plays here at home, and
Okay.
he's kind of a troubled boy. When he plays chess, it keeps him from jacking the cat off.
Okay.
Because he's had problems,
She's not listening. She's not listening. Okay.
People are hurting.
Right.
Babies are eating out of the garbage can.
Right.
People are sleeping under the and that's not God.
Right.
That is not God. And so I can't be okay, caller. Come on, caller, because I'm fixing to get wound up.
Right.
Come on, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, learn how to dress, you moron.
Huh?
Learn how to dress, you moron.
It's a me.
Goody.
Good Friday, CB.
Uh-huh.
I called last week and you gave me chlamydia. It burned so bad when I peed.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen. We have our first caller. Hello.
Yeah, my hemorrhoids flared up real bad.
Yeah, we know. All right. What was that? That's nice to know. Call Preparation H.
What?
What would be so wrong with maybe using Steve Forbes' idea, like the straight 17% tax for everybody?
Flat tax?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
Well, that's good, because then we don't have to take it up the butt of it.
Good evening, you're on Brainstorms.
Yeah, I've got a question about the weapons of mass destruction.
Sure.
Do you think that weapons like freeze rays and stuff like that should be banned as well?
Like what?
Like freeze rays? I mean, you tried that in Gotham City, right?
Oh, hell.
Freeze rays should definitely be banned. Although they are pretty cool. About to think for the 9 years when it's almost before 6 and Forsen starts streaming. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Thank you, man. True bitch. A bitch. True badge.
We carry mind flayer parasites.
What?
Within days, we will be Gacha. Mind flayers.
I'll take a leak. Oh then. Oh shit.
So what are we to do now?
Well, I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it. What a sweet little birdie. You want some food? Want some... Ah, you seagull!
The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. And later even my lover.
You bang my dead wife?
Oh, yes.
Look out!
Death is not the end, merely another beginning.
That's good. Can you conjure the dead? Can you get my dead whore wife back here so I can lay into her from the other side? Hello?
Guest?
Ongo Goblogian, the art collector. Put the bottle in.
I did.
Don't judge me, this is art! Allow me to destroy your gallery. Bullshit. Bullshit. Derivative. That I love. I absolutely love. It looks like he may commit suicide. Suicide is badass.
You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence.
I did what I did. You don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. Danny DeVito. Most bloodiest dictators in history. Uganda! Ett muslim. China number one.
You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of you.
Sean, we were talking before about how you have so much respect from your teammates, from peers. You said you've had great interaction with fans pretty much all the time. I did want to ask, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
You got did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for Biden.
We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay? No, are you? Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You asked me some stupid shit like that. Go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
That really answered the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what, and will know what they stand for.
This guy's like, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there. I like the gays. Here's the thing. I've never. You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay one? I don't. I like the gays. It's freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna get the Canadian government to arrest me. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life, but don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go up past all the shit and brainwash people.
Hey guys. So today's letter is from Self-Conscious Guy. He writes, I'm a 25-year-old heterosexual guy. For a long time now, I've enjoyed she-male and futanari porn. Is this normal for straight men? I've expressed this kink with a couple of past girlfriends, and most of them were thrown off by the content. Not that they found it repulsive, just odd and a little weird. Have you ever heard anything similar or maybe experienced anything like this with a boyfriend? I just want to know if I'm not as straight as I think I am. Okay, first, in case anybody out there doesn't know what futanari porn is, futanari is the Japanese term for to be of two kinds, which is another word for being intersex, which is the appropriate term for hermaphroditism. I can't say that one right. Being a hermaphrodite. Or to just be androgynous, where you encompass both male and female characteristics. And first, to answer your first question, Self-Conscious Guy, yes, it is very normal. It's normal for heterosexual men to be intrigued by that kind of thing and to watch it and even be turned on by it. I would think that most men who fall on the spectrum of being either mostly or only attracted to men would probably not be turned on by seeing feminine characteristics or the female form or anything like that, but I could be wrong. But I think it's mostly straight men who enjoy that. Have I ever personally experienced anything like that with a boyfriend? There was a guy I dated once, we'll call him Chuck, and he was into cross-dressing even though he was totally straight. And I didn't freak out about it. It was normal to me that I shouldn't say normal in that sense, but because it is not typical, but I didn't treat it like he was a freak of nature. It was just something about himself that he enjoyed, and I didn't judge him, and he had fun with that in his personal time. He said straight away that he was not attracted to men and that he didn't go in public dressed as a woman or anything. It was something he did in private. But Also, I just want to know if I'm not as straight as I think I am, the last thing you said. That's really something only you can answer, to be honest. But what I wanted to say about that was, one thing to ask yourself about that is, do I find myself romantically and sexually attracted to men frequently enough that I have to question if I'm straight at all? And so I think a lot of people, homophobes typically, like to focus only on the sexual aspect of sexual orientation, and they forget that romance and love plays a huge role. And so, in other words, whether or not you're bisexual or gay or straight depends a lot on also who you fall in love with. And it's not just about whether or not you enjoy a few wieners in your porn. Like, you know, it's like, it's deeper than that. And so hopefully I answered your question, and I don't think you should feel any shame in the kind of porn that you like to watch.
Did she answer your question, chat?
Scolar Visari. Scolar Visari, I'm placing you under arrest under Article 27.
And who are you, soldier?
Savchenko. Sergeant, first class.
They send a sergeant to take Visari? Are your commanders really all so afraid?
War's over, Visari. You lost.
Really, Sergeant? And who won? The cowards who commanded you and your comrades here to die? The Helghast have lost nothing. We fight for who we are. We wear our wounds like badges of honor. Helgan is ours, and we will die before we let it fall to plunder us. That is why your leaders dare not make a martyr of me. Your fleet burned, your friends butchered, and you become a hero for saving my life? Does that sound like a victory to you, Sergeant Savchenko?
Son of a bitch. Good men have died, and I'll see you rot in a cell for it. You'll pay for what you've done.
For giving my people pride, purpose. We have built this great nation from nothing. Take me, and Helgan will dissolve into chaos. The ISA war machine, powerless against the sheer will of my people.
Is this Logan Roy?
Before we surrender.
I don't know.
Your masters will beg me to restore order.
That is?
You have not won.
Brian Cox.
Wait, are you a homosexual?
I am not. No.
Me and you were in a jail cell together, and I wanted to, like, I could take that ass.
I always call Izzy the Chinese champion, but Izzy's not the Chinese champion. Izzy is the modern day man. Izzy is a Chinese slut. He sold himself for $1, and you guys, we're gonna bring that belt back to America. Let's fucking go. If it wasn't UFC, I'd probably be cooking meth in a trailer in prison, so.
I couldn't say shit because Dana White would be like, hey, go fuck that white trash motherfucker, get him out of here. But now, since I'm getting a little bit more like, you know, fan base, people want to watch me fight, I can say a lot more offensive shit, so it's nice. Now I'm just gonna be the white trash motherfucker that I am.
My mom grew up in a fucking boxcar in Death Valley, bro. Like how do you fix that generation of fuck?
You know, like the neighborhood, there's always that one white trash fucking house everybody avoids. Like there's always cop cars in the front, windows fucking broken. Like that was us, but I wasn't necessarily poor. I love gay men, dude. Gay men are awesome. Lesbians, not so much. Lesbians hate me. Lesbians look at me like the guy that hurt them. I'm not the guy. I'm not your father. But gay men look at me like they want to fuck me, and I respect that. You know, they compliment me. They slide in my DM. I get some dick pics every now and then. I respect that shit.
Don't fucking people at me. I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to fucking
put you down. I think a lot of people, though, have these crazy homicidal urges, dude. I think we all want to fucking shank somebody, shiv somebody. What? Oh, man, no, if I killed someone in the ring, I'd fucking make me very happy.
Why does Kevin Holland not like you?
Oh, Kevin Holland. He's Kevin Holland. I think I told him I could rape him in prison one day and it bothered him. I used to sleep by her door and hear him fuck all the time. Oh. Because, you know, because being a little kid, dude, like, and listen to your mom get fucked by your dad because, like, you're so afraid that she's gonna fucking die.
Remember when we were talking about fighting is like having sex with a woman?
Yes.
Does that mean that Alex f***ed you?
Oh, this fucking bitch. The only reason why any of you fucking people wake up and you have your gay little fucking European haircut or Australian haircut is for fucking women, dude. If that wasn't the case, you wouldn't have a couch, you wouldn't have a fucking bed. You'd be sleeping on a fucking mattress in a fucking cave somewhere. So, like, listen, you guys are all just a bunch of manipulated, you know, chasing the pussy too much. Calm down. Bitch, I love my mom. She's amazing. I mean, she's terrible, but she's amazing. You know? There's another thing with fucking kids these fucking days. Like, since when did suicide become fucking cool? If you cheat on me and I don't find out, I mean, so if you're gonna cheat on me, just be good at it. I think fat shaming is always okay. There's nothing worse than being next to a fat, smelly motherfucker. And the most human thing you could do is telling a fat, smelly motherfucker to put down the fork. So here's the thing, you guys. I'm gonna speak straight with you. I always do. I'm honest, I try to be, you know, unless I'm trying to sleep with you. I don't like to put big black things in my face like this, but we'll make it happen.
I feel like you're used to it.
I think you're used to it. Anyways, Shisha, how do you think she got the John Jones interview? If you know me, you would know that I don't leave my house because you see the way these people act in the crowd. If I had to be around these fucking people in public, I would probably get a murder charge. Izzy, I'll come over to you. We can watch anime. You can put some fucking testosterone on my ass. I'll do it with you. Let's fucking go. Fight for a belt, you guys. Fucking Izzy, come on. Fucking Izzy with the titties. I gotta fight you. So one night, like, I'm like probably like 3rd, 4th grade, and I went to go sleep in my mom's room. My dad's like, fuck that. Like, having a bad fight. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like laying out by the door, trying not to fucking, you know. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, I just don't feel good about this tonight. I don't feel good about it tonight. So I like crawl under the bed. And we had like dogs. There's no white trash, bro. Like, you got white trash. It's got like fleas everywhere. Like fleas. So I'm like, I'm hiding under the bed now. There's fleas. I think there's a fucking dildo next to me. I remember. Jesus Christ. I'm like, literally. So me being like 3rd grade, there's a fucking dildo next to me. There's fucking fleas jumping all over me. Oh, man. So my dad gets on top of my mom, and he said, I'm gonna fucking kill it. Maybe it's just rough sex. All I know, maybe they're gonna grab the dildo afterwards. So my dad gets on top of my mom, and he starts fucking like strangling her, right? And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you tonight. So me being a little kid, I get up. I'm like, fuck, the only thing I see is the guitar. My sister's guitar, she's still mad at me about it. I grab the guitar, just fucking smack it off his head, grab the phone, call the cops, run down the hill. Oh my God. My mom, that dumb bitch, bails him out of jail. I'm not saying that the world will be a better place with more of me, but you guys need to get hit by your dads a little bit more. I have no shame. I'm doing an interview.
Clearly you turned out well if you did. Hey, Fonzie, spinning elbows, Mitso, Rizwin, thanks for 7. Maisie with the 1 year says aware. Thank you very much. To the badge. Very loud again. 3 years from Vin Smoker. 3 years already. Pag, he says. Mayonnaise, Jumper X, no. 2 years from Mr. VX Bar. Jody Batchman, thank you very much. Forsen died for your sins. Welcome back. Kneeks. Thank you. Alright. We're good chilling. Alright, links. Link brain rot complete. Successfully rotted everything of importance. Alright. Let's go. We started playing the PAL World yesterday.